Hello and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise and today is the 28th of February, which is the last day of February. So it's time for Craft Yourself Free. What is this? Well, this is a, a it's not a crochet along. It's basically me keeping an eye on what I am using, how much I am using, and keeping a record of what I'm doing. Now, this is the Craft Yourself Free is a creation of Sam from Mampas Makes and Christina from Bella Uncinetta. I will link their channels in below so that you can see their inspirations. I mean, Sam has been a major inspiration for me for this channel. So I will link them both in the description box below. So what am I doing? Well, I am showing what I've made. Now, rather than actually showing the items, I have taken pictures of everything and they will be displayed up here as I read out everything that I have done. Now, I've done quite a bit this month, considering it's a short month, but I have completed quite a bit. So, what have I done? Well, I'm going to go by each segment. So I'm not going to list everything that I've done per week, but I will list everything that I've done in each segment. So for my Mondays Makes magazine, magazine makes Monday. Right. Well, on those, I am making squares and stitch sample things to make blankets. Originally, they were going to be made for Boggy Creek blankets. In the past couple of weeks since I had while I had my grandson here, I went on a video. I think it was a live. I saw it after the fact. I didn't see it at the time, but I saw that the Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade have been asked because they've taken to Boggy Creek the blankets for this year's blanket drive. Now they have asked for us that are making blankets to put a hold on making new blankets. Now I've got blankets that I started making last year. I'm continuing to make, but hadn't quite yet decided on what I was going to do because of the situation where with the tariffs coming in, it has meant that it's too expensive for both myself to send and possibly for the team to receive those items. And if it's for charity, it's like it becomes too much of an expense for a charity. They have Boggy Creek have asked for them to hold fire with any more blankets because they have quite a lot of blankets right now, thanks to the blanket drive that's been going on. They have asked a possibility of doing something else. So I will link the team in my description box below so that you can go and find out a little bit more of what the possible plans are. They haven't yet confirmed anything, but there is a possible plans to make something else other than blankets. But that does mean that the blankets I have made and completed, or the ones that I am continuing to make, won't be being sent to Boggy Creek. Now, they will still be sent to a charity. I haven't yet decided what charity or which charity. Um, it will now be one that's based in the UK. Not entirely sure which one, though I have a few in mind. One that's fairly similar to the idea of Boggy Creek, where it's a adventure for adventure holiday type thing for children with disabilities here in the UK. That's a possibility. I've got to find out more. I've got to find out more information as to what they require. There are a couple of charities that, rather than them actually going direct to children um, for the children to use, because I particularly want it to go to children's charities. Um, but there is a possibility that they might sell them to be able to then um, make money to help the children with whatever that there is. There are several charities here in the UK that do that kind of thing. Great Ormond Street is one, and that's a possibility. One of the ones that I possibly will go through because of my own situation where my youngest was um, under Great Ormond Street for most of his life until he was too old to be at the children's hospital. He is now in adult. Um, he's now as an adult has to be an under adult um, hospital for the same things, but it is now as an adult rather than as a child. So Great Ormond Street is one of the high ones up on my list as a possibility. Um, there is a few others that are possible, but I will think about that nearer to the time of me finishing all these blankets. So on my Mondays and my Tuesdays, I am making blankets for charity. So my Monday ones, I've been making squares and stitch sample strips using Art of Crochet, the 100 crochet tiles, uh, the 3D granny squares, and Claire Montgomery granny squares, which are I have both the official and unofficial. The um, Claire Montgomery stitch book, excuse me, Bella Coco stitch cards, and a Bella Coco stitch book. So they're ones that I'm making all these blankets with. Now I estimate to probably make 10 or 12 blankets out of all of that when they're all made, all finished together. There could possibly be more, but that's what I'm expecting to do is between 10 and 15 blankets. So this month I have had 3 um, weeks videos going out of the Monday and the Tuesday. So let's do my Monday one. Ow, just scratched an itch on my arm. So my Monday ones, I have completed um over the 3 over the 3 episodes, I have completed 12 motifs and 10 segments, which have totaled 211 grams or 7.44 ounces. So that's my Mondays. My Tuesdays is Tunisian. Again, I am using uh, video tutorials from Nina's Knots Crochet, Jayda in Stitches, Toni from TL Yarn Crafts, and Micheal from MDL Crochet. Again, I've done 3 episodes through February, and so I have made 9 segments. They total 76 grams at 2.69 ounces. Now, as I said, I will be showing pictures here of as of each week's segments and so forth. So I'm as I say, I'm not going to say exactly what each of the segments were and what each one was done, but there we go. Right. The only non-yarn one that I have done this month and completed this month is my landscape number 1 of my diamond art paintings. Now these are this month, this year's ones are all going to be sort of landscapes and windmills and quite the a little bit more than the dragon ones that I did last year, but I'm enjoying doing them. So this one is the first one I've completed is 20 grams, which is 0.71 ounces. Then we go into my amigurumi Fridays, which I am making amigurumi from many different books, and I'm currently working on one book, and I'm working one book until I've completed everything from that one book, and then I will choose the next book and work that book. The current book I am working from at the moment is the Knots Monsters Chemistry edition by Micheal, and I have again done 3 weeks in February, and I have made 3 stroke, what I would say 4 items, but there are actually sort of 3. So, and they total 45 grams or 1.59 ounces. Then we go into my crochet alongs that I am doing with participating in crochets with other content creators. Now we'll start with my Woobling Wednesdays. That is a crochet along hosted by Missi from Missi's Yarniverse and More, Patricia from the Yarny Cut Crochet, and Rainee from the Woolly Llama shop. The ones that I have done, I've done 4 in February, and that is what have we done? I've done 4. Done the bee, the donut, Lily the cat, and Pierre the penguin. They total 192 grams, or 6.76 ounces. Next segment I have been crocheting along with is Duck Duck Dishcloth. Now, I was very late to the party on this, but I have in process. I'm getting close to catching up with everybody, so I'm getting there. And I have done 6 of the dishcloths. This is a crochet along that's being hosted by Missi over at Missy's Yarniverse and More. I have done the first 6, and they total 197 grams, or 6.94 ounces. Then we go on to my extras. So we have, for the last couple of Sundays, I have made a cushion for my grandson, my sunshine cushion. That is something that he's asked me to make for him, so it was something I did. I used 496 grams, or 17.5 ounces, and used a full ball of the Bernat, no, not, it's Yarn Smith's Snug as a Bug yarn, which is similar to the Bernat blanket yarn. So I've completed 1 ball, so that's 1 yarn band to put in my thing. There will be a few other yarn bands, but I'm not sort of going to keep a record of them every time I do a crochet. My craft yourself free. Some will just get put into my pouch as I do it, purely because they're odds and ends from previous usage. So that was the sunshine cushion. Then, while my grandson was here from 12th of February to 23rd of February, while I was making some other things, other bits and pieces, he saw me making these other things and wanted me to make him his own versions of them, because the ones that I was doing were actually for were blanket squares, which actually won't be showing till next week. They'll be, so you'll see the squares next week. But while he was here, I started working on them, and he asked me to make him his own teddy plushie versions of them, which was a turtle and 2 ladybirds. One was a little keyring size type ladybird, and then I saw another one, and I thought, yeah, I'll make him a bigger one as well. I'll make him a plushy one. So I've done those for him. They total 52 grams, or 1.83 ounces. And then finally, which you will see in the video later today, is I have completed my first pair of socks. They were 49 grams, or 1.73 ounces. So my totals for this month is 1,338 grams or 47.2 ounces, of which 1,318 of those grams is yarn, and 20 grams is the diamond art painting. I am keeping a slightly separate difference in my records, but yes, I have done quite a bit this month. I mean, last month it was 328 grams in total. This month it's 1,338 grams. So I think I've done pretty well. Now, hopefully I can keep up with this. I'm trying to be a bit better than I was last. Well, I mean, last year I was keeping the records. I just wasn't doing the recordings. So hopefully this year I can get the recordings done as well, long as I haven't got little man here when I need to do the recordings. So with that all being said, let's finish it there. Everybody that I have mentioned today will be linked in the description box below. And with that all being said and done, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.